that cell phones often have GPS coordination abilities. When they take a picture of something, that GPS locator is stamped in a private way on the bottom of that picture, and somebody with the know-how can look at that picture and go, I know where they took this picture. I know where they were. When you take a picture, a lot of times with a cell phone camera, and that's how most people do it, there's a stamp on there, time, date, location. An algorithm, a computer, working with the NSA, working with DARPA, can get on your Facebook, look at your pictures, tell where you've been, tell where you took pictures. They can tell practically everything there is about you. Total information. We have to know everything. By the way, when I was looking at global research, they had an ad next to this article here, the CIA conspiracy. The ad was, can't find their info? Find any person, search now. So I went to the website where I could find out anything on anybody. It's a company called Intellius. Look at their logo. It's the all-seeing eye. So you know what this means? That if you wanted to, you could know practically anything about anybody. You could take somebody's information and spend, a few bucks, maybe $30, something like that, and find out everything that you wanted to know and didn't want to know about somebody's past. That's turning you, just like he said in Deuteronomy 28, is that your eye will not be toward even your own children. It's turning you into a snoop. So it's not just the government, is it? It's not. Remember, the larger the network the devil has, the more power he has snooping at people, finding out everything, knowing. Knowledge is power. There's even, I like this. Get your iPhone, you get all these apps for your iPhone. There's what's called the Patriot app. I'm a patriot. You know what it is? It's an application for your iPhone that turns you into a little tattletale. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid growing up, I couldn't stand those tattletales. I couldn't stand them. I mean, every time somebody did something, I'm telling the teacher. You know, stop and think about that for a minute. Do you know why little kids did that? Because knowledge was power to them. They felt like they were going to be elevated by and accepted by the elite teacher by running and telling on all the kids, being the little snitch for what's going on. And look, the Patriot app, national security threat, suspicious activity. The eye of Ra is there. Crime report, product safety, environmental safety. My next door neighbor flushes their toilet too much. Government waste, pandemic, employee whistleblower. Everybody likes those, don't they? Just think about the society that we're living in, people. It's turning everybody into the network. Got more to show you here in a little bit. Let's continue on with DARPA and the Information Awareness Office. They even have a system called Babylon to develop rapid two-way natural language speech translation interfaces and platforms for the warfighter for use in field environments for force protection, refugee processing, medical triage. Babylon. Where have I heard that? Why did they name it that? Oh, it goes back to Genesis 11, and not everybody at the end, if they were building the Tower of Babel, and God said, I can't have this, so I'm going to confuse their languages. And so now Babylon says, oh no, we're going to unconfuse the languages so we can keep building, the tower that reaches from earth to heaven. We're going to have power. We're going to be gods. The biosurveillance, we talked about that before. All of these things going on. Then they have a program, I don't know if you've ever seen any of these before. These are humongous satellite array systems. This is a project called Echelon. Echelon is designed to listen, quote unquote, listen in to all computer messages, emails, tweets, cell phones, web pages visited, you name it. That's echelon. Okay, it's an array of satellites and links to every network there is in the world, and all the information goes into echelon, and this big gigantic beast computer analyzes it, and if somebody says New World Order, click, flag, send it to the computer for analyzation, find out what's going on. The computer has to do all this, and the red flag comes up and says, we need to look at this guy. Let's go take a sneaking peek at what he's doing behind the scenes. That's echelon for you. Here's another one. This is a brand new article, January 2nd. Air Force surveillance tool widens view of Afghanistan. Now, you might say, hey, praise the Lord. Well, our fighting boys need all the help they can get. You know, they field test this stuff in the military, then they sell it to the local law enforcement agencies. This, you're going to like this, okay? In ancient times, Gorgon was a mythical Greek creature whose unblinking eyes turned to stone those who beheld them. In modern times, Gorgon may be one of the military's most valuable new tools. This winter, the Air Force is set to deploy to Afghanistan what it says is a revolutionary airborne surveillance system called Gorgon Stare, which will be able to transmit live video images of physical movement across an entire town. The system, made up of 9 video cameras mounted on a remotely piloted aircraft, can transmit live images to soldiers on the ground or to analysts tracking enemy movements. It can send up to 65 different images to different users. By contrast, Air Force drones today shoot video from a single camera over a soda straw area the size of a building or two. Now, let me explain what this is. Here you have these drone planes flying over this entire village, okay, with these cameras on there, and these cameras can track this terrorist, Taliban guy, coming out of his house, and will be able to track him as he goes, no matter where he goes. They know everything he's doing. They know everywhere he's going. The computer will never lose track of this guy. He said, well, that's good. That's what we need in Afghanistan. It's coming over here, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit. This Gorgon thing was really interesting to me. Gorgon was Medusa, who, if you looked at Medusa, you turned into stone. She was so ugly. But she had snakes with eyes everywhere. The Gorgon Stare system is part of the total information awareness system. They need to know everything. Though, by the way, those large eyes on Gorgon were called the divine eyes. Here's an article that came out January 6. Utah's $1.5 billion cybersecurity center underway. Now, that looks like a very well established neighborhood, doesn't it? Camp Williams. Today's groundbreaking for a $1.5 billion National Security Administration data center is being built. Is important in the short term for construction jobs and important in the long term for Utah's reputation as a technology center. Kind of looks like they're way out of the way from everybody. Kind of like Area 51. They're going to build a big cybersecurity center. You know what that means? They're going to build this top secret broadcasting compound out in the middle of the Utah desert, where they can get away from everybody and then monitor what everybody is doing. It's an extension of the echelon system. And $1.5 billion. Who's building it? The government. Where does the government get $1.5 billion? From you. See, we're the ones setting this up. We're the ones setting this up, number one, by our stupidity in voting for people that are doing this in our government. Number two, they're the ones that raised all the taxes, then got in all the tax money. We got to have the money. And number three, we're the people in this country that won't live moral lives and won't follow the law of God. It's really down to us as Americans, as human people. We decided not to live by the law of God. God said there are consequences for that. So, the Gorgon system. Oh, it looks great in Afghanistan. Boy, our guys need this. Okay? Well, they already said in that article that, you know, the drones are kind of limited, so we're going to upgrade it.